What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Miguel Dwayne back with another video. If you're new tuning into the channel for the first time, welcome. Make sure y'all subscribe and hit that bell button so y'all won't miss any more of my videos. Today we're going to talk about how you guys can organize your sneaker collection. Now there are so many different things you guys can do with your collection, but I'm going to narrow it down to 5 different methods. Ones that just, stand out to me the most. And as I do that, I'm also going to point out some pros and cons of each method just so you guys can think about which method is right for you. And if you're just starting out with your sneaker collection and you know you want it to grow but just don't know how you want to organize it, this video is for you. So let's get started.
Ride with the mob, alhamdulillah, check you and me, and do your job. Berg is the name, Pinballer did the chain, torn on for the watch, Prezi plain Jane.
So the first method you can use to organize your sneaker collection is something that we've all done before, and that's just to sit your shoes around in your room. And by that I mean you can organize it on your floor, by your bed, by your window, or if you have those walk-in closets, you can do that under your clothes or on the top shelves if you guys have those shelves in your closet, stuff like that. The pros to this method is that it's very cheap. It won't cost you anything to just take out your shoes and sit them wherever you want, however you want them. With this method, you can also get creative with how you want to lay out your shoes, whether if it's by style, by color, or by brand. And like I said before, if you're not laying it all up on your floor, you can also put it up on your shelves for those that with walk-in closets or that's on the floor in your closet, stuff like that. And if you have any extra space in your room, your sneaker collection can take up that space. Now for the cons of this method is, first off, you ain't gonna have your boxes if you choose not to keep them. Again, with this method, you're just taking them out the box and you're sitting them wherever you want to sit them, so it's like there's no need for the box anymore. This method can get messy. If you have a large sneaker collection and you just have it sitting out, laid out in the room, sometimes people could get lazy and just throw them somewhere without necessarily sitting them to where they originally had them. And the last thing is your shoes are actually sitting out in the open, so they can get dirty faster than if they were sitting in their own boxes. So another way you can organize your shoe collection is actually a method that I'm using right now, and that's just to stack your shoe boxes on top of each other. Now, this method works perfectly fine for me. The pros to this is that you have your shoes in your boxes so you know exactly where they are. This is another cheap method. It's not costing you anything except the fact that you already bought the shoes, and once again you can arrange them in any way you want to. As far as the cons for this method, it does get annoying to unstack and restack these shoes whenever you want to pull out a box to get some shoes out, and also your boxes can get ruined. The more you stack your boxes, the more weight is going to be put on the bottom boxes, so you possibly can see some dents and some some wrinkles all on your boxes. So because I use this method, I'm going to show you guys how I personally stack my boxes right now. Alright, so my sneaker collection is right here, and this is how I have it set up with the boxes stacked on top of each other. I have 2 different rows as of right now, which is almost my height, but I'm going to keep them growing all the way till they touch the ceiling, and that's when I will create more space to start a new row. Starting with the first row, I have all my Jordans, and how I have this set up is I have it ordered by silhouette. So of course my Jordan 1s right here, Jordan 2, 3. Like I said, these are going to keep growing all the way to the ceiling before I start a new row. But looking into my second row, it's all my Adidas leading on to the Nikes. Pretty much the same as my Jordans. I try to keep all the shoes, the same type of shoes and the same type of boxes put together. So I got both my boots here. And then of course looking at the Nikes, I have 2 Air Force 1s right here. I got the Prestos, my Huaraches right here, and another Presto Fly. Same color box, so I keep that right there. And then I got 2 orange boxes at the bottom. And then I just got 2 basketball shoes that I haven't really worn in a while sitting at the bottom just to finish this row out. Now like I said before, this method does have a flaw of damaging your boxes just a little bit because of the weight that are on the bottom boxes. So like right here, this is kind of ripped right here. Looking at these boxes right here, well, this box was already old when I bought it. I accidentally stepped on this one, but oh, right here, see how it's dented right here? It's because all these shoes are on top of this one, and when I try to grab it, it's kind of ripped this right here. So this is a flaw. You see a dent right here. It is a flaw that you will have to deal with when you have, a lot of shoes stacked on top of each other. But like I said, this is a cheap method. Cheapest is not always going to be the prettiest. Now you guys are getting a glimpse of what my sneaker collection looks like right now. It may not seem like a lot to a lot of people, but a lot of other people can't even get this far, so it's okay. Now this third method is something that I see people use every now and then, and that is the over-the-door pocket organizers. Now you can put these pocket organizers on any door in your house, depending on how big your room is and of course how big your collection is. You can put this on any door that's in your room as well. Your main door, your closet doors, both inside and out, you know, whatever you want to do. The pros to this method is, of course, your shoes are not on the floor, and it can also be used as a decoration for your room because it's going to be all up on your doors and whatnot. The only cons that I see with this method is, like I said before, it depends on how your room looks, and it also depends on how large your sneaker collection is. What if you're able to only use one door and you have like 30 pairs of sneakers, but you're only limited to 16 pockets? You know what I mean? So you won't be able to use for all your shoes unless if you have another door that you can use, you can put the rest of those sneakers on there. And speaking of those pockets, I believe that these pocket sizes are questionable. What I'm trying to say is if you're a size 12 to 22, this might not work out. I don't know, don't quote me on it. I've never used it before. And the last thing about this method is I do not recommend this for anybody who has a large sneaker collection, and by that I mean like 50 plus sneakers, because this method right here is just not going to be enough for you. Unless you plan on hanging an organizer like this on every freaking door in your house, I do not think that it's going to be right. Now this fourth method is actually a popular one, and you can use this in many ways. And what I'm talking about are the shoe shelves or the shoe industrial racks. Now a lot of pros for this method is you have different options of how you want to shelve your shoes. You can have those little cubbies that you be seeing at elementary schools to hold your shoes up, even along with your bags or whatever it is that you have. You can have your own little shoe rack that you can put by your door just in case you don't want to take your shoes all the way to your room. You just leave it there by the door, by the closet of your house, whatever it is that you may have. That's an option as well. And then the last one that I know of is one that you guys see a lot of YouTubers use, and it's those industrial racks that kind of look like the stocking room at Foot Locker, Foot Action, you know, all the retail stores. That's the big one I'm talking about right there. They're all unique. Your shoes are well organized. You know where all your shoes are. And like I said before, a very popular method. Now as far as the cons for this method, prices do vary. You're looking between $30 to $160 depending on what option you use. If you're using this method specifically for your room, you are going to need space, so you need to measure out everything so that you know what you want to use and put it right where whatever space that you need. And then that leads me to the last part, which is the time it will take to set up. It will take a while, it may not take a while, but that really doesn't matter as long as you have what you want, you have enough space for it, and it's there. That's all that matters. And last but not least, the fifth method, numero cinco, is the drop front containers. Now this is a very popular method that you see a lot of sneaker YouTubers use. It's very unique. It creates a nice scenery for your room, and you can literally see your shoes through the container, so you know exactly where every single shoe that you have is. But the downside of it is this method, believe it or not, is expensive. Each container is bought separately, and they price between $8 to $10. So say you bought 10 pairs of Jordans and you spent like $200 each. Then you brought a shoe container for each shoe, and those containers again are like $10 each. Do the math. Something that looks so good but costs so much. I know that sucks, but sometimes it really doesn't hurt a lot of people. Again, you see a lot of YouTubers use this, so I mean, let me not make too much of a big deal out of it. The last con that I see about this method is you're not going to have your shoe boxes. I mean, I don't know where the heck you're going to put them if you want to leave them somewhere. Not having your shoe boxes isn't really the best idea for me, because what if you decide to sell your shoes or give them away and you don't have the box for that shoe? I don't know if a lot of people will take shoes without their box, and replacement boxes only go so far. But that's just me. If it works out for y'all, then that's cool. Alright y'all, that's it for this video. I just named you guys 5 different methods that y'all can use to organize your sneaker collection. If you guys are interested about where you can buy the stuff that you need for any of these methods, I will post the links in the description below. You guys let me know in the comments below which method is your favorite, which one are you using now, and if you're just starting out, which one are you planning on using? Me personally, even though I'm just stacking my boxes right now, I do want to improve my methods and just get the industrial shoe racks. I don't know, that just seems more unique to me, and that's my personal favorite, so I plan on doing that later on. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already, and of course hit that bell button so that you won't miss any more videos that I post. With that being said, I'm Miguel Dwayne, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Yeah.